Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the Shattered Lands, session 34. When last we left off, our party managed to destroy the sphere atop the plateau, escape the plateau with, despite lots of difficulty with flying demons and such, and have traveled back to the city of Kylinium, the city that they've kind of established some sort of base of operations, back into the warehouse, notably without their guide that got them to the plateau itself. And but they've arrived back, and I believe Sagranis and the group were on their way to return. We're a little bit further behind, as they had issues with, wounded and such from their combat over there. But the party has arrived back in the city, and that's where we're going to go join them again. Not too much else to go over, so let's find our party. There we are. What is it you guys would like to do? You have returned. You are in the warehouse currently.
Who's in the warehouse at the moment that isn't the party?
Just the party so far.
Just the party. And it's been over 24 hours since I used the ring.
I believe so. You guys took a long rest at some point, because it is like a day and a half journey, I think, from the capital city.
First of all, I'll use the ring and contact Sagranis and let him know that we're back at the hideout, and we're eager to see him.
He'll respond shortly after your message goes through. We are probably about 2 hours out, currently taking the tunnels ourselves. We'll be hopefully arriving there. One of these gentlemen thinks they know the path to the warehouse.
Looks like Sagranis is going to be a couple hours till he's back.
Breakfast?
Is there anything else people want to do? Debrief? Clean?
I'd like to have some
drink?
food and maybe some drink, certainly. But I'm not saying like we go out. It doesn't. I don't think even the best restaurant right now is doing very well out there. So maybe we just have some food whilst we're waiting on it, and then we can debrief from where we're at.
Is the warehouse like a pretty tall building, or?
It's just a 2-story building.
I think while you guys are getting food ready, I'm gonna hop onto the roof and just see if I see anything. See if how it looks out there.
Okay.
Oh, the fog, nice.
Yeah, take a little look, see if there's any chaos going on or whatnot nearby.
Yeah, when you climb up on the roof, you kind of see now this beautiful blue sky. A few clouds drifting by, but there's no longer that fog, that kind of gloom that had permeated the entire nation of Helot. The city itself seems to be fairly calm. Remember, you guys are in a totally different city than what was the attack happened.
Okay, so this city hasn't gotten hit yet, pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's really gone off in the city yet, or any craziness. It seems like business as usual, as best you can tell. People seem to be a little bit more uplifted. Those that you see walking around, like they're looking up, they're absorbing some of the sun of this probably late morning, pre-noonish time. Kind of walking around, enjoying the morning sun.
Pios is
yeah.
looking out the window down in the alleyway. There's this strange box wagon backing up, making a noise.
Yeah, it seems to happen around here. You know, all the various warehouses. You know.
Lucius would get down, and it looks like this side of the city hasn't been affected by what we did out there. We haven't gotten attacked over here, so that's good. And if anything, if we get with the Granos, maybe we can talk to the thieves, and eventually maybe we can take the secret passages to try to hit the castle or something, you know.
Yeah, I like all this.
I don't think they will see it coming, but, you know, one step at a time.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the teleport circle, or if we have a way of getting to and from, would be a really good, just strategic foothold on the island.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Nevertheless, we can talk about this when Sagranus is back.
You still have Daisy around, right?
I'm pretty sure I sent her away to do something, and now I'm like this. What did I send her to do?
Find the ship, or see whether
I know where the
she
ship
could
is.
actually.
It's in the dock.
Can she leave the island area?
What?
Was she checking the clouds, maybe?
Honestly, wish I could remember what
Yeah.
Daisy is.
I'll summon Daisy back, and I'm like, Daisy, do you know what you were doing?
I want to say you had her with Sagranus as a way to, like, alert or something like that, but you could have very well had brought Daisy back over.
She's been here the whole time, in my pocket.
Okay.
I'll summon
maybe
Daisy.
You should write a message to the Thief Guild and send Daisy to give it to them, and then maybe they can get back to us.
If you want to write a note, I can send Daisy. Or I was thinking about going out and just getting some breakfast and some drinks so we could then eat here with Sagranus.
Alright, well, why don't I go with you, and then I can branch off and go let them know that we did the thing and to regroup, and then we can meet back here.
Sounds lovely.
All right.
I'll go, Randy.
Anybody else?
Yeah, not a problem at all. Happy to go wherever we're going.
Oh no, sorry. I was
Oh.
wanting to know what you wanted to eat.
Fried egg sandwich, bit of red, bit of salt.
Yeah.
Make sure it's runny there, yeah? And not the white. White's got to be hard. Right?
I'm not going to remember that. As a no, but
You won't either.
do you want to come?
I mean, you're going.
Do you want
Is
to come
everyone
as a
else
group,
going?
or
You're just
do you
going to leave
wanna-
me alone in this warehouse by ourselves?
Well, I mean, you can stay with Pius and you guys can do little people things, you know?
Little people things.
I really think we should check out this box wagon.
Yeah, hold on. Little people things. No, that's fine. I thought we're cool, Lucy. We're fine. No problem, Big L. Let's go take a look at this box cart. These guys are going to get us some food. Go on, go forage. Give me a fried egg sandwich. If you don't mind, with your giant clawed hands, yeah? If you don't mind opening up the door with your sausage fingers, if you
I've
could
already
do that,
left.
that'd be great. Thanks very much. Now go on, off you go. Don't look at
Lucius
me.
is just gonna jump
Off
on
you,
the
no. Let's more talky, more walkie, mate. Off you go, chap.
You were tall once.
Hashtag LPT. Little people things. I will not forget, my friend.
So fried egg sandwich, brilliant. Pius, I'll give
Cheers,
you
appreciate you, mate.
something with meat, or do you want a fried egg as well?
Are you going to go?
That was the plan.
Hmm.
Walking that door.
There's a place over on Sally and Wire Street.
What is this place? School? A shop?
It is some place to get food at. You will have to be quiet, though.
I'll see what I can find. And
They have excellent skewers of meat and vegetables.
meat and veg. Okay, I got you. Come on, Lucius. Let's stride away, and I'll take an extremely long step.
Yep,
Yeah.
that is all fine. Not
And
a
give
problem.
you a cheeky wink on the way out.
Give me a little smile. I assume you're taking all of your equipment in your backpack with you, right? Because why would you want to leave that in a safe place with people you trust?
I would have left my backpack, definitely. Because that would have been dumped off
Lucius?
first.
Would you have left your backpack there as well?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. Have a good time, you guys. Have a good time.
You too.
That's fine.
All right.
Um,
Lucius and Hendrix head off to get some food. While they're journeying out, Randy and Pios, what are you two up to?
Am I right in seeing I've got a pair of Umber Hulk mandibles inside my equipment currently?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you took some off dead Umbra Hulks.
Nice. They're about 3 foot long, aren't they?
Pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I'd like to put one of them in facing point up into the backpack of Lucius, please.
Okay.
I'd also like to put my candle and just smear it all over any of his clothes that he may have inside his backpack as well.
Total mess.
Total. The wax melting
Yeah.
and it's bright pink, by the way. So like that's now tie dyeing in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Can't
yeah.
get that out.
I'll do
Especially
that.
not with
And like
medieval cleaning methods.
I feel much better now, and then I will go and assist Pios in the mystery of the box cart.
Do not worry. It appears that they are picking up garbage.
Oh. You're the mystery here, mate. Honestly, you do know that, right?
What do you mean?
Well, the things that you find of interest interests me.
We will have to go on an outing one day then.
I don't know what we call the last everything we've just done, but sure, let's go on an outing.
You will have to wake up early, which you may find difficult.
I'll come home drunk. I'll come out the other end. It's fine.
Being drunk and going on an outing may end up like Lucius.
Oh. Yeah, no, you don't end up like that, do you? That's fair. Okay, I'll make a better choice. Did you hear him say little people things? And he didn't say it in a positive way. It's definitely a pejorative. I picked it up. I heard the tone. Like, he might walk it back. And we might let it go, but we should never forget. I fucked him up proper, though, really. Anyway, what?
What is wrong with little people?
There is nothing wrong with little people. They are the dogs, and you know they are. 100%. Closer to the ground means that we've got a better sound. That's a guarantee.
I mean, we are actually smaller than some dogs.
it's like I say, that's the way that you're going to qualify us being good, is that we're smaller than some dogs. It's the things. There's things like that. What's inside the head, though?
Here's the thing. The smaller they are, the easier you can cut the Achilles tendons of big people.
Yes, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Everyone knows this.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say fall. I'd say, fall and be put to death, but,
Oh, no, you misheard me. I didn't say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I said the bigger they are, the harder the fall. They're idiots.
Okay.
F-double-O-R? It's homophonic.
You're trying to rhyme again.
I'm trying. Every day, man. Every day. You got to keep writing until something is gold. You got to treat it like a job, It's not like an activity.
It is good that you have a job.
No. I said it's like a job. It's job adjacent. Job-esque.
Would you consider it a hobby then?
No. I take this seriously, I guess. But, I mean, alright. So the box cart turned out to be rubbish. Is that right? Interesting.
I mean, it could be useful in the future. An excellent place to hide out in and be transported around the city. No one's going to look in the garbage truck.
No. The smell might be a thing. It would be hard to creep up on someone if you are downwind. Upwind?
No,
downwind.
But if you want to hide from the guards and get across town, you hide in the garbage truck.
Because no one looks at the trash.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's true. Sometimes looking too good does draw the spotlight somewhat.
It makes your pockets be pickable.
You have to have low hands to get that close. All right.
Thus, little people.
Little people better. Close to the ground, the better the sound. Anyway, let's not, my fellow short king. Let's just prep up, and I feel a little bit bad about what I did to Lucius.
What did you do to Lucius?
Oh, I put some candle in his clothes, and I'm wonderful that maybe he might get stabbed when he.
I mean, Lucius is human. He needs to see at night.
So you think that? No. I mean, the waxy residue of the candle. It's not like I've covered his clothes in candles that he can now light. Although, my God, what a look! And I think he could carry that off. I might look into that. You might be onto something there, pals. A candle suit. Oh.
Would be brutal.
Yeah, I might do it anyway, just for funsies. I will do mending into the backpack, and I'll clean up the wax that's in the clothes. I will take the Umber Hulk mandible back out again. And I'll be like, by the way, these I actually got for you. I thought they might be quite useful. I thought you might want to maybe craft them in some way. I think they're quite strong, and it just seems to have that kind of vibe that you would dig.
We could have latched two of those flying demons together.
Right there. That's brilliant. We attached a rope to either like the base of each of these mandibles, so they form like some kind of. And then you can like throw one, and they're like a giant mandible bowler whip.
I am not that strong, but Lucius is.
Fine, we'll make it for Lucius. That's also good.
All right.
And that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my time until they get back, is making a mandible rope.
Alrighty. What? You just making the rope, or you're working on doing the whole thing?
I'm doing it properly. I'm doing it without magic. I'm going to, and by without magic, I mean absolutely using mage hand mending and all of the magical spells that I need to do on the cantrip side of things. But I'm not doing a performance of creation.
Okay. What skill would you think would be Randy's suit for this sort of a thing?
I think it's performance. It's all a big show with him, isn't it, really? He wants to make this thing look great and amazing.
All right.
So he becomes one with the character of the craftsman. What does the craftsman's need? What is his drive? What's his life story? What's his arc? How are we interested in him?
Mm-hmm.
Are you helping with the creation of this mandible bulla thing?
You were really going to try to do this?
I feel like I may have been a little harsh to Lucius, and I think that may not necessarily have been just about him. And he is a friend, and he's a very important part of my life just now on many levels. So on an altruistic and also on a very obviously selfish level, it makes sense for me to do something nice for him. So I think a mandible bowler whip is his jam.
You can't use that twine. You have to use this type of twine to do what you're trying to do. And I'm going to assist in helping Randall.
So how are you, what are you contributing other than just telling him twine?
Yeah, using my natural, I mean, I create traps. I'm a hunter, I'm a gatherer. Survival. I mean, I guess would be the key. If I need to roll it separately, I can.
I want a roll from each of you. I want a performance roll from Randy and a survival roll for Pios.
Awesome. And I'm going to use my special ability for that, or I get advantage.
See, I knew that my performance is definitely my strongest thing, for real. But I didn't know how good it was.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Go on.
I rolled a 19. Okay, I rolled a 29, and then I rolled a nat 20 for a 30.
Yep.
You did that with advantage?
Yeah.
His special lodge feature allows him to take advantage on survival checks.
That's very cool. I only get to roll the 1. I rolled a 10, but we're going to add a 12 to that. So that's a 22, baby dolls.
All right. So you guys are working on that. And as you kind of finish it up, it both looks legit. It looks really well put together. A little bit of the Randy flourish and style to it. And looks like it may actually function. Some sort of a measure. What length are you just using? A full 50-foot piece of rope, or are you?
No. It would be, enough.
8 foot?
No, not that big either. I mean, it would be doubled or tripled, between the two actual mandibles. So maybe 4 feet.
Okay, so about the normal length of a whip would be, but all right.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, I mean, that way you hold it in the middle, and there's 2 foot. There's 2 foot, and then you can.
Are there mandibles on both sides, sort of thing, or are there one side mandible and? Okay.
That'd be mandibles on 2 sides for sure.
Okay. Cool. We'll have to figure that one out.
That way,
the mandible door is like that, so it's.
Yeah, when they wrap around you, then the mandibles will clamp onto your legs.
Kind of like a giant bola sort of thing.
Yeah.
Bola with teeth. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Or claws, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So while you guys are working on that, Lucius and Hendrix are off scrounging for food out in the city. What is the plan? Is there a desire as to where to go? What's going on?
You want to? Sorry. You wanted to go to the docks way, right? So why don't I swing around with you? I can get the food and swing back around past the docks. And if you're finished, we can both walk back together.
That sounds good. Here, he'll give you like 3 or 4 gold, and get him like a cake or something. You know he likes. I feel bad for calling him a little guy.
Okay. I put the 3 gold in my pocket.
I guess if anything, as soon as get out of there, I'll come right to the spot. So, I'll wait. It shouldn't take long.
Okay. Well, as we're about to split, I'll say, we'll meet here when we're finished. See you in about half an hour. Just when you're walking off.
All right. Good luck.
No worries. Daisy, you'll see Daisy above your head, following you on your way.
All right.
I'll continue walking until I find some sort of pastry paste or smell meat cooking or something along those lines until I find.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it would be that hard. It's a big enough city, so there's plenty of eateries, bakeries, and such. So it wouldn't take you too long to do that. So meanwhile, as Hendrix is working on gathering his various meals that he wants to purchase, what are you up to, Lucius?
He's trying to walk to where he had met that chick last time. That she was the disco.
Yeah. So you go back to the dock areas, in the area that you had tracked down the Cloud Vipers, and you spot the same female, Kay, kind of leaning in her normal spot where she's kind of keeps an eye out for things.
Sorry, you're saying female? Is this a woman or a girl or what is she?
Yeah, there's a woman. I think he had even gone out with her, right, Lucius?
Yes, sir.
Showed her a good time.
Okay. This is your lady friend.
Yep. Then when he goes and sees her, he'll let's say she's holding onto the dock looking one way, he's gonna get next to her looking at the other.
Okay.
And he's gonna go, as you can see, we did it.
Well done. Yes, we did do it. You're very proud of it, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not why I came here. I didn't come to boast. I came to see if you guys wanted to maybe get together with the army we have left and hit the castle through the secret entrance or whatever it is. I mean, you guys were going to pick somebody to take over, remember?
Yes. Yeah, well, Kierdan was with your mage friend, so I have not seen him report back yet. But if he comes here first, I can tell him to find you.
Okay, well, I know that if he is with our mage friend, he's supposed to go to our warehouse, so maybe you and whoever else is left in here wants to meet us up there?
Just eager to get me back to your place, huh?
Well, if we were alone, sure, but there's plenty of people there.
Not as fun, but yeah, I'll gather up some people. We'll come by. Be good to see Kieran if he's going to come there first.
All right, so I imagine this means our deal is good then?
Well, I'm not the head of it, so that would be up to Kieran, but I'm assuming he honors his word. Usually does.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take my leave. If you need anything, you know where to find me, or if Bossman needs anything. And he's just gonna kind of like push himself back and walk the other way.
Okay, sounds good. Probably not too long from there, you'll spot Hendrix. I'm assuming walking with some like brown bags of various food.
Yeah, I think right when he sees him, he's actually like, if you look at him, it looks like he's talking to himself, and he's like pretty much telling the story. So, do you think I went too hard on the little guy with what I said? It was a joke, but you know.
Well, I mean, it wasn't very nice, was it? I mean,
you should hear the stuff he says, though.
I mean, he says a lot, to be honest.
You know what? You're right. And he goes like, "Oh, hey, Hendrix," and then he gets head. It's like, "I'll talk to you later."
All right, put me in the back foot again.
Well, I mean, if you want to keep talking, we can go. It's just I don't know if I can hold two conversations at the same time.
Who are you talking to? I'm like proper looking around, like.
Myself. I felt pretty bad about what I told Randall back there. Sometimes I say stuff without thinking, you know.
Don't worry about it. As soon as he sees this cake, I'm sure all is forgiven. And you'll see a box, and it's been pre-wrapped with a bow on it. And I'll hand it over to you. I think it's best if obviously you give it to him so he knows this.
Okay. You might want to leave your boots outside when we go in there.
My boots outside. These boots don't come off. I've learned my lesson.
Okay. Well, I would just try to save you the hassle of having to get new boots.
Why would I need to get new boots?
Never mind. All right, let's go. I spoke with the Cloud Vipers, and she said that their leader was with Sagranas, so I imagine we'll see them whenever they get to our warehouse.
Cool. Here, take this. This is your breakfast. I just got you a fried egg sandwich with a bit of pork meat inside.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you.
They didn't quite do skewers, so I just got him like sausage, and I just found a stick. He's not gonna know.
It's all good. I mean, it's food. It's food. So.
I'm just like, if you see the stick and it's a stick, don't mention anything.
I have no idea yeah.
Cool.
I think hearing about food and stuff too, like as we're walking to go back to the warehouse, Lucius just in his head, like, talking about food, do you eat, like, except for the blood of your enemies, obviously?
Well, no, I can't really consume normal foods, sadly. It's one of the things I miss about mortal life. Well, life out there, anyways.
Quick question. Are you stuck somewhere and you wield the sword, or are you stuck in the sword?
I am stuck in this blasted sword.
Okay, that's the story you're gonna have to tell me sometime about how that happened.
Yes.
Alright.
Blood War's been a fun few millennia.
Oh, that's a long time. Well, if everything works out, maybe we can hurry up and get this shit done, and then you can go home.
Sounds amazing to me. In this existence. The Nihilist sword. Alright, you guys head back. Anything else you wanted to do while you're out, or are you guys heading straight back to the warehouse?
Just head back. We got breakfast, so.
All right, you guys get back to the warehouse. Within, you'll find Randy and Pios.
Randy, fried egg. Put some big meat in there as well. Meat on a stick. There you go, Pios. And I just pass him over.
Sausage stuck on a stick.
Lucius is slowly going to approach Randy, and he's going to go, I didn't mean anything by it. It was a joke. Here you go. Have a cake.
I didn't mean anything by what I said as well. I mean, that's why we got you this. And I just handed the unwrapped Manolo, I guess. Mandible Bolo. The
Yeah.
Barry Manilow. That's what it's going to be.
Cool. Gives you a box with a cake inside.
I open it up. What am I looking at?
What does it look like, Hendrix, since you ordered the cake?
It is my first birthday cake. There was a name on there, but you can see it's been iced over and changed to Randy, and it says like "Happy Birthday, little man" on it. It's just that and Ryan.
I'm like, I love the cake. It's amazing. It's an absolute adorable thing, and I'm immediately going to go out of my way to cut it up into 4 equal slices for everyone. And then I take a look around at the cake, and I'm like, this is actually quite a decent cake. So I'm going to cut it up into 8 slices, working on the basis that not everyone's going to go for seconds. So I might be able to get myself a bit more that way.
Hendrix might want 2 slices
1
of
second.
that.
I'll be AFK for like 30 seconds. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I can just have the 1 slice.
You sure you can control yourself?
Cake has been a lot more available in the last 3 months I've been with you guys, 6 months I've been with you guys, than it's ever been in my life.
You know what? I've never seen you eat cake, so why does he always talking about you and cake?
It's just when I go to a place, I judge it by how many cakes they put out. It's quite difficult to make cakes and have them fresh. So
Guess that's true.
I always ask for cakes. They always think that I like to eat cakes. I do, but not as much as they make it out to be.
I think when you're making cake the barometer of standard of living, that is notable. Having said that, there are far worse measures of society.
Yeah. As I polish off my breakfast sandwich. Wipe my face.
Fried egg and birthday cake. It's a heady mix.
Breakfast to champions.
As Sagranis comes back just to see us eating cake. We did it!
Yeah, as you guys are lounging, relaxing, enjoying your meal, the doors to the kind of secret entrance open up, and out comes a group of just haggard-looking individuals. Sagranis is kind of leading the way up, and he looks pretty good. I mean, for Sagranis, the guy who has a burnt face and little tufts of hair growing out. But the rest of them, for the most part, look like they've seen better days. Still cut and bruised and bandaged up, and there's they're carrying some guy in who's just kind of limping and has a bandage over half his face.
I'm gonna heal that guy up.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'll go over there and I'll toss 3 more heals to whoever looks the worst.
Yeah,
I'll contribute 4 healing words as well to the party as well.
Cool.
I'll start passing out the rest of the cake that's still sliced on the table.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, they're sick, not hungry, and also sharp as well.
I'll put it back on the table.
I'll buy you another one later.
Hey, you paid for breakfast and the cake, so don't worry. Free gold, madman.
Yeah, so they kind of take their places here within this. They're people set down the wounded, basically sitting on various crates and stuff that are strewn about this warehouse. Sagranis and Kierdan, the elf, that you had met the head of the local Cloud Viper guild group, whatever you want to call them, kind of come over. Well, you've done well, Kirdan says, kind of, walking up. He's got like black studded leather armor, deep purple cloak on, black hair. This kind of runs long down his back. It's been kind of like pulled into like a ponytail. Kind of eyes you guys over.
Nice to see your gentleman made it back in one piece.
Yeah, most of them. We lost one or two, but we did okay. Quick hit. Mansagranis here wields some powerful magics that never hurts.
Yeah, they're powerful indeed. Don't ever let him hit you with lightning. That shit hurts.
Why the devil would anyone ever... And he glances over Sagranis, and he just kind of shrugs his shoulder. Like, why would anyone let him hit you with lightning? Seems like an asinine thing to do.
It happens.
It happens more than
Really
you
quite
think.
mousy. What did you say? What did you say?
That is a story, but no, I suppose we should all debrief a little bit. Sagranis kind of nods. Yes, how about we gather? Is there one of the other rooms upstairs, maybe, where the rest of the soldiers don't need to hear?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Carrie, what's his name again? Carrie, what?
Kirdan is the elf.
Caridan. Okay. I just wanted to know. Caridan, I did spoke with one of your operative and let her know everything went well. And she let us know that you were with Serrano, so they know to meet up in the warehouse.
Oh, no problem. Knowing Kay, she's probably already outside.
There's a back room upstairs. It used to be the office, but it looks like it's been turned into a bedroom. We can talk up there. And I'll lead the way.
All right. They follow up. And you kind of come into this smallish room. There's several chairs scattered about. There's like a smallish table. Kiridan finds like probably the most comfortable looking chair and pulls it so that like his back's to a wall, and kind of sits down, crossing his legs. Sagranis will kind of find another seat, kind of slump down in it. He looks like he's fairly tired.
I'll walk around the room, collecting any mugs, glasses, cups, sort of thing. I know I've got a few in my backpack, but not enough for everybody.
Yeah, there'd probably be basic utensils somewhere in that room too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to my bag and pull out the one of the bottles of alcohol taken from the king, and just pour everybody a shot's worth, like a drink's worth, not enough to get crazy, and just
take
pass
the
them
edge
out.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, just pass them around. So we've done it, but what's the word in the capital? How did it all go there?
Well, we hit their spot. We were able to destroy their current facility along with the backups they had there. Well, they put up a bit of a fight, but we were able to hit and get out before too much damage was done.
Did you see any of the collared?
We did not run into any of the collared, no. Sagranis is telling me a little bit about them. That's very interesting skills. Wouldn't mind learning some more of that. Particular abilities.
Comes at a cost.
And some costs are worth it, depending on which side you're on. Anyways, how did the plateau go? I don't see
Without a hitch. We got in.
I was curious if I can insight when he said that.
Sure, yeah. Always can roll whatever.
I have a passive insight of 20. Tell me what he wants.
I got a 16.
Let's see. So Hendrix, you would pick up that, and probably you as well, Lucius, that he does not. He would definitely value the ability to live forever, and being able to control that side of the magic, but he would only do it under his terms. Like he would have to have the full set
system,
the full thing figured out and worked out before he would risk anything. But he certainly would probably have no qualms of having a vessel that he went into were he to die.
It's kind of greedy for an elf who lives like dozens of years, but I get it.
I mean, he's in a crime syndicate, so
yeah,
he's
that's true.
You know, anything.
I'll just when you finish saying that, I'll look at him. If you want, if we come across one of those collars that is open, I'll give you one. Just don't put it on.
Well, that
way you can do some research and do your thing.
Tigranis kind of eyes you and him. It's not good magic. It should not be trifled with. Anyways, how did the plateau go?
Our first day without a hitch, and I was like, probably made a bit more noise than we wanted to, though. We did have to burn our entry route on the way out.
Probably
we did get a bit scratched up. There was a lot more flying around the area than I thought.
Yes, we noticed the explosion as we were trying to make our escape, and noticed some of the mist disappearing, and saw many flying entities around. We weren't able to get a good look, though, and couldn't take a long pause to evaluate your success. But I'm glad. And he kind of glances out the window and sees the sun kind of streaming in through this window for the first time.
Lovely day.
It actually is here.
And I'll very quietly under my voice go, "You're welcome."
Well, if nothing else, you've bought us all some time. I suppose that opens up options.
Yes. We wanted to talk to you about maybe later on about the next steps. And then I'll signal to the Cloud Viper guy. And obviously, we want to talk to you about your help and support going back into the capital, using your tunnel system, and maybe even I'll turn to Lucius. Can you armies or something? What were you saying earlier? You're the military guy.
That since they got hit so heavily, we could use some of those tunnels and secret passages to get through the castle and start wiping them out one by one. Get rid of their leadership, and then after we're done, you guys can put whoever you guys want in power. It's your island, after all.
You want to do some guerrilla warfare style?
Exactly. They won't see it coming.
Now I got you.
The tunnels are easy to navigate. I know them pretty well, just by studying what we have been through.
Well, that is certainly a decent enough idea. The only issue I would perhaps posit to you all is that now that we've used these tunnels to strike them in two different locations, they're probably going to be more keen on discovering the full extent of them, and soon they will not be a very viable option for maneuvering through this island.
Yeah, and not for nothing, guerrilla tactics are all well and good, but that would require us to be engaged in a long-term war.
But we
And-
just need to get to the castle and take the people in charge out. After that, shit rolls downhill.
Then may I advise, rather than take a war of the flea and do many small, tiny attacks against a large foe, instead of that, we just put everything we have into one attack as fast as possible, surge right through to the middle, and strike at the heart.
You would have to be really constipated to have shit roll down the hill.
It depends how steep the hill is.
Yeah, but
that's-
if you were regular, it
that's
stays
too
put.
I
I
guess
think
what
about that
I'm...
literally.
Yeah, no, I really didn't. Looking at Pars and then looking away from Pars, because my God. Guerrilla tactics, that works for the money that we have and the kind of troops that we have, because they're better prepared and they've got more money for it. But the problem is, the retaliation is going to come, and it's going to come very soon. We've made our first strike. They've pulled back. They're going to launch, and they're going to follow through. And if we've been attacking in the tunnels, they're going to come through the tunnels. So why don't we prepare for that and blow up the tunnels? Collapse.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to, fight those fights. I just meant more of going after the leadership, killing them, and then, once we're in charge, the ones below, they have to give up. But I do agree, we gotta hit them with one hit and, get rid of the head, before it multiplies.
Then we
I
need
agree with
intel.
that.
We need to know how many of the collared and where they are. As I look at the Cloud Dagger leader, is this something you can work on with your many eyes?
Well, it certainly could be something we'd work on. We're definitely trying to track them all down as it is. But yeah. That sort of intel does not always happen overnight either, though. So it depends on what we see as the first or the biggest problem. Now, you guys come from an island, you have a powerful mage from there. Is there support we could draw on from there?
We are in talks.
Teleportation circle.
A teleportation circle. Sigarnis kind of leans over. Well, yeah, we could set something up for sure.
Can you make a permanent? Create one set up for the Badger Guild house and have them transport directly through, and they can send through for Lucius's guild as well. Sorry, house.
I mean, yes, we've got some permanent ones set up within the capital that I have access to. Right. We could get the forces there. We could set one up somewhere here. Again, if we're worried about these tunnels, and kind of glances over at the Cloud Viper, then maybe we need to discover a place that we feel is safe for this side tunnel, and a place that could handle large amounts of troops and supplies, therefore, once they get here.
Yes. Or we can look at this as an opportunity for you to teach me how to do a teleportation circle. Give me a scroll with that, with maybe some work instructions, and I can take that to a place. You can be in a position from here and support with the other members of this island. We take that spell scroll with a teleportation circle on it, set to locate automatically to one of the larger permanent ones on our island. We make our way into the capital, find a space which is ideal for us to spring an assault. We release the teleportation circle from inside that space. Soldiers come through, swarm from the inside, at the same time as your guys are moving up through the tunnels in support positioning.
Sorry, Randy, are you suggesting that that's our first teleportation circle, if we do any, is the instant scroll inside the castle? Or whichever.
Yeah, I'm saying that we can rely on the forces amassing on our island by one of the fixed portals which are there. And we can set a spell scroll to relay directly to that set circle. And then when it is created, one of us goes through and says, then we go back in.
I turn to Sagranus. If you were to make a permanent teleportation circle in a location, how long would that take you?
Set up something permanent would take a year of work.
A year of work, and Randy, I know nothing about magic, so I'm just like, and if it's not permanent, is it just done and gone?
Yes. It could then be continued cast the next, every day for the rest of the year in order to create a full permanent circle. But there are permanent ones upon our island, and I'm sure there are some here, but I don't have the runes. Even if I did, they probably have some protection cast upon them. But yes, Randall's idea of being able to put down a temporary one, open up that portal, would allow a short period of time anyways. The problem is that you can only get so many men in a temporary situation.
I thought about that.
Can you contact the island at all, Sagranus?
Oh, now, yes, it's fairly easy.
If you can contact the captain of my lodge, I got him the position he's in. Tell him that I'm in trouble and he'll send his best men. He owes me.
All right.
I think that we have an opportunity to bring through multiple styles of forces. And to that end, Sagranus, if we can ensure that there are other wizards coming through at the same time, so that within each batch of teleported individuals, 4 fighters, 1 healer, and 1 wizard. Now, 1 wizard will turn around and do the same circle behind to the next person behind, and so on and so forth, keeping that spell open. If we have any sorcerers that that might have the ability to lengthen the temporal aspect of the spells, that's something that can come through as well. That might work. It would be a huge undertaking.
Yes. And though our troops are designed to be able to mobilize at almost an instant to organize such a thing and track down all those wizards, believe it or not, it's not like we grow on trees. We've got a few in the government employ, but a few of the talent level of, myself, or even probably many of your magic abilities. But we have a few that have some skills. We could set up some. We could get some in. I'm just saying, to mobilize and to get a full army here would take quite a bit of effort. We could probably do it. Takes probably days or weeks to get everything aligned. Just depends on the time period you want. I, for one, think we've bought ourselves the time that we need. I'd rather send a prepared force or send ships with a prepared force for an actual invasion than just risk, or perhaps both. I think your idea has quite a bit of merit, but I think that would be coupled with maybe a naval assault, a full-fledged invasion where their forces are distracted and pulled away from the center of power, and then a smaller strike force could teleport in and begin the havoc.
there's this moment where like Randy's looking at you and he's got like a slight smoldering eye in him, and then he just like murmurs himself, I would have got there eventually. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Just possibly.
I do like the idea, though, of us bringing in the forces. If it may be longer, but if I look at Lucius and the captain that owes you a favour brings the troops over via airship, we could then instead of a teleportation, do we have like a doorway or a gate of some sort that we could link from a distance instead to allow?
Problem with a gate is you don't necessarily know who's allowed to come in.
Well, in addition, most of these gates are more shorter range. They're not designed for the long distance travels.
I think what we should probably do is right now we just need to get whatever we can get, hit them hard, and then we can have a ship come and wipe out the rest after we get rid of whoever we need to get rid of.
Okay then. So the plan then is to have the naval fleet start making its move, which I can only assume Theodosia's doing anyway.
She was prepping, but they haven't left.
Right. Okay, so they're going to be here in a few days. What we can do in the meantime is prepare for a day or two and then head into it, cause as much distraction and stress and drama. We know, in a guerrilla tactic, attack, run away, sort of manner. That could be fun.
I'm going to look to the Cloud Viper. If you... actually, Lucius, we confirm it's 3 days to travel here? I can't quite remember.
I do not remember.
Out game. From...
Yeah, somewhere
Outer Island to here. Okay. So I'll look to the Cloud Viper. 3 days to get as much intel of what's happening in the capital. Ready for when our troops arrive to hopefully clear them out.
Yeah, it's either go safe or go risky. So if we go safe, just wait a few days like you said, and then
And as you guys are discussing, you hear a loud voice kind of emanate out throughout the city. Hard to tell the exact direction, but you hear the voice say, "Citizens of Kylinium, the Major Domus is going to be addressing everyone within the market. If you desire to be there in person, in 10 minutes' time, you will be addressing." And then it kind of repeats a couple times before fading out. And I think at that point, let us ourselves take a break and come back and continue on and see what you guys end up doing with that.
Cool.
That's great.